What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Unhinged and Undocumented. I'm the big man, Jimbo. With me, finally back, is the twin magic. We got Cody and Rafe.
How we doing?
And the undocumented himself, Mr. Corpus Cruz.
Hey,
Hey,
We're about to go where?
right, where? How did he get back?
Cruz, that's got to be your tagline. Where? Huh?
Right?
yeah, that should be.
Well, welcome back, everybody. We got a good one in store for you today. I think the primary discussion of today's topic is going to be none other than wrestling. So if you got your titles, get it. So, gentlemen, we have a lot to talk about. We have a lot of storyline to talk about. We have a lot of to talk about. So, Cruz, why don't you go ahead and get us kicked off for the night?
All right, so let's go back to Monday night. Of course, we had more qualifying matches for Money in the Bank, and we had another crazy moment with the Wyatt Six again dropping off yet another VHS tape to the one and only Michael Cole. Gentlemen, thoughts?
I don't know about y'all. Every time I see that weirdo in the dress and whatnot, I get goosebumps and my skin starts to crawl.
It's definitely a little weird, but honestly, Michael Cole's reaction just makes it 10 times better.
Dude, he's
100%
good. His reaction is pretty genuine. I love the way he's selling it.
I love the fact that they're sticking with VHS tapes.
Yeah. Oh my god.
There's so many different ways.
What a trend. I know, right?
What is that?
They're going to give him a floppy disk.
That's why, oh my god, that would be, yes. Please. Oh, yes, please.
Floppy disk.
Windows 98, bitch.
That's why I thought it was funny when they did it last week for the first time. Michael Cole was like, when he pulled the VHS out of the box, he was like, most of you kids probably won't know what this is, but this is a VHS.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, hey, Michael Cole, you made me feel like really old and really sad all of a sudden.
Bro, Jesus Christ, that hurt me.
Bro, why you just gotta put everybody on blast like that?
It's just crazy because our generation came up with VCRs, DVDs, Blu-rays, and now digital. All in
digital.
I mean, like, DVDs are becoming a thing of the past now.
Yeah.
They really are.
Crazy. But, so I would go on to say, safe to assume now that the Wyatt Six are in fact targeting Chad Gable.
I would say so. I've seen some speculation that they're acting as if they're targeting him, but they're actually targeting Jay. Mm-hmm. And I've seen speculation that they'll cost Jay the Money in the Bank contract. Ooh. And I'm like, that would be kind of weird to me, honestly, but I'm not opposed to it.
It would be a little weird. Yeah.
That's interesting. Indeed. We're actually going to get into the Money in the Bank card here in a bit, but let's continue to move forward with Monday Night Raw, and then we'll jump over to SmackDown as well, Chris.
Yes. So hang on, let me pull up my notes here.
Cruz, you are sideways.
Am I on sideways? Oh, my bad. Hang on. All right.
There we go.
We're good. All right. Hang on. Working with defective technology here. All right. I'm not sideways again, am I?
No, you're good.
Okay. Let me pull up my notes here. How's everybody doing?
We're doing, man. Living life.
It's bueno.
I got my America shirt on.
America! Yeah. Oh, and to everyone out there today, while Cruz gets his notes together, it's a little late, but happy 4th of July to everybody.
Yes.
Happy birthday, America.
I just want to put this out there. Academy had these on sale for $3 a piece. Just saying.
Well, Academy doesn't have big men's sizes, so go to hell.
I was lucky to find something.
Hey, at least you found something. All right, let me get situated here. All right, so on top of all the shenanigans with the Wyatt Six, we had some more shenanigans from Liv Morgan and Dom Mysterio. Of course, we had Liv defending her title this past Monday against Zelina Vega, where she was victorious. with a little, shall we say, some intentional interference from Dominic,
Yes.
helping Liv retain. Guys, thoughts on that match?
Definitely intentional. At this point in time, I'm going to say he's still not trying to help her, but he's helping her.
He's trying to make it seem like he's not helping her, but he is in fact helping her, and he knows it in his head, but he won't admit it because he knows Judgment Day is going to be pissed.
Yep.
He knows Mommy's going to be pissed.
Oh, speaking of that, now that you brought that up, there was the segment backstage where Priest asked Dom, what are you going to do about this Liv situation? He's like, I got this. I'll take care of it. And Priest goes, really? Because it doesn't look like, because you keep saying that, but you're not doing anything about it. And he's like, don't worry, I got this. And then he goes, and he brought up something very interesting. He was like, talk to Rhea? He was like, yeah, I'll talk to her. It's like, really? Because I talked to her too. And she knows about this whole Liv situation, and she ain't happy.
He says
she
she's
ain't happy
pissed.
about it. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. So he's like, you better get in gear and figure this out.
Yeah, and then
Was it Raw or SmackDown that they where Priest got onto
that was Raw.
That was Raw.
That was Raw. That was Raw because
Yeah.
I think that they walked in on them playing the game again or something, or just her being in
No,
there.
I was talking about for going after Seth.
Yeah, that was on Raw. Yeah, because it was on Raw. Yeah, because they had I think they had another promo in ring, and
they did.
Priest keeps telling Finn that don't get involved, and because they know the stakes are high. Because for those of you that don't know, Priest put up his leadership Priest said he'll walk away from the Judgment Day if he loses the title to Seth Rollins.
I see the Judgment Day going.
Oh, absolutely! That's what it's starting to look like.
A freaking time.
They've been doing that for a while.
Sorry, I just like the Judgment Day ever since they turned on Edge.
I feel like Edge could have done so much with that group too, bro. Like I think they pulled him like way too soon.
That 619 that Ray hit on Dom in the corner.
Oh, that was a sweet one. Yeah,
that was really sweet.
that was a very interesting 619 that he hit on Dom.
Yep, indeed. So
we had Braun Breaker and Sami Zayn getting into it before their title match at Money in the Bank. Sami Zayn eating 2 spears, which was really crazy.
Yeah, after the match, he ran back around and went to get him, and Sami said nope and jumped over his
I saw that. Yep, I saw that.
And then he got him anyway.
Yeah, he got him anyway. Dude, Braun Breaker is intense. He is really intense.
He's very entertaining to watch.
He is a young up and coming superstar that I think they are going to have loads to do with.
He's got that Steiner blood.
Yup.
Telling you, man, he looks like his dad, talks like his uncle.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that a lot.
This is a dumb question, but who are his people?
Scott and Rick Steiner.
Scott Steiner is his uncle.
Rick is his dad. Scott is his uncle.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
From the Steiners back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day. But yeah, that was about all the big stuff from Raw.
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and jump over to SmackDown now, and we'll go ahead and just get the big one out of the way. Gentlemen, did y'all see that promo, that Solo cut?
Yes.
For
we were literally
Roman.
We were talking about it right before we came online, and I'm just gonna go. I told them, and I'm just gonna go off and say it. I don't buy it.
Nope.
No, I'm not saying I'm gonna buy it as like in the severity of it. I'm saying I don't buy it as a fan wise. Now don't get me wrong. I think Solo is a great heel. I think he's a great bad guy. and whatnot. He emulates a lot of the bad guy from the Anawai family because they've had a lot.
Mhm.
The Yokozuna, Jamal and Rosie, Umaga, Roman Reigns of recent. He emulates a lot of the bad guy in the Anawai family, which is great, but I don't buy it yet.
Yeah.
I still think, in my eyes, he's still a baby face. They haven't got him there yet.
Yeah.
That's just me. Like, I watched the promo tonight, and then I watched it again before we came online. I don't buy it. But it does set up a really good storyline, which I am really intrigued about.
I like that it sets up Roman coming back face.
Yeah, I'm
basically.
telling you, Roman coming, that pop is going to be insane.
Dude.
Oh,
he's coming
so
back.
crazy.
Like, as much as everyone hated the run that he had, that set him up for the biggest babyface turn probably in the last 10 years.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, absolutely.
I definitely can see him coming back at SummerSlam. And for those of you who didn't catch SmackDown tonight, pretty much the new self-proclaimed tribal chief, Solo Sikoa, pretty much, in essence, put Roman Reigns on blast and pretty much called him out by saying, he wasn't worthy of holding the title for our family. And if he's got something to say about that, he can say it to me when he comes back.
Yep.
Here's my opinion on the whole bloodline situation.
What's up?
It went from the bloodline, like original OG, to great value bloodline.
Yeah. No. That's good. That's really good. That's really good. We 100%. Now, science, okay? I agree with you 100%. Like, this went from like Roman, Jimmy, Jay, and Solo with the wise man Paul Heyman to like a really believable storyline. I mean, they made you hate them when Roman Reigns was the head of the table with the tribal chief. But at the same time, they made you hate them, boo them, and cheer them. Okay, right now, all I see this bloodline is just a group of vicious thugs. That's it. I don't see anything else.
I honestly thought when Roman lost the title, it was just going to...
I'll tell you, when I went back and rewatched that promo again, every time he says it gives me chills. You are not my tribal chief.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh man, poor Paul Heyman. R.I.P. to the Walrus. Hopefully he's alive still. We see him soon.
Oh, Paul, dude, 59 years old and still taking table bumps. That's the level of commitment. That's the 100%. 100%. That's the level of commitment.
Paul had one time and one time only. Wrestling's not fake.
So the other promo we wanted to talk about tonight was the Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and KO promo.
Yes.
So we were watching it. I was watching it with my fiance Megan, and so Cody Rhodes seems to be ready. Randy Orton just wants to RKO somebody. And I felt a lot of emotion coming from Kevin Owens tonight. Now, a good chunk of that emotion, if you guys didn't catch it or not, and for those of y'all that didn't catch it, so Kevin Owens has actually been in Quebec, in his hometown with his family for the past 4 days. His mother is in the hospital.
Yes.
He's been at the hospital with his mom, his dad, his brothers, and whatnot because his mom has been ill in the hospital. Best wishes to Mama Owens that she gets back to that she keeps, like Kevin Owens said, she gets fighting and back on her feet before she knows it. But there was a lot of emotion coming off of Kevin Owens tonight, and I was telling Megan that one of the things that I like about Kevin Owens, when he first busted into WWE onto the main card, I didn't like him at all.
Yeah.
He was just, fat Owens fat, roll Owens roll.
I didn't like him or Sammy, honestly.
Yeah. Cruz, you remember when he does the Swanton bomb, fat tongue bomb?
Yeah. Oh my god. But the cannonball.
Yeah, the cannonball. So, but over the years, his character has developed so much, and he's grown so much in it. And I was telling Megan, every time he talks, he starts off, semi-quiet, but once he gets to the end, he's so fired up and ready to freaking just throw down with people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why he's become like one of my favorite characters, because he's just he starts talking with just let me tell you guys about the bloodline, yada 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 yada, and then he just switches gears to just to this story. I'm dead. And then mic drop, just like, oh my god, I want to fight somebody.
That's true. I mean, honestly, he's probably one of my favorite promos to watch currently.
Oh, yeah.
And Cody's have been getting more aggressive and better to me.
No doubt.
And Randy's have always been good, so I can't really complain about that.
And then what else happened tonight? What else good happened tonight?
DIY win their tag team titles.
Of course.
DIY wins tag titles. Yes.
DIY. I was so happy that happened on live TV, because
same.
Tommaso Ciampa been at each other's necks over the years, got together, broke up, got together again, semi-broke up again, then got back together again. I like DIY. I think they're a really good tag team championship. I don't know if y'all saw it or not, the promo that they cut about the tag team, about the prestigiousness of the tag team champions, where they showed all the champions from years past.
Yeah,
that was cool.
Yeah, I saw that. That was really cool.
They showed Alpha and Sika. They showed the Hearts. They showed Hawk and Animal, Jimmy and Jay, the New Day, the Brothers of Destruction, Kane and the Undertaker. The Triple H and Shawn Michaels with DX. It was really cool to watch. To take that down memory lane again.
Speaking of DIY, have y'all seen all three of their videos where Ciampa's trying to RKO Randy?
RKO Randy Orton. Yes, I love those videos.
He's out of nowhere.
The last one I saw, he was wearing a disguise, like a beard, and Randy Orton's like warming up, and he like goes in for it, and Randy Orton just kind of walks away, and he just lands on like a crate.
Yeah,
it reminds me of the whole Samoa Joe walk away.
Yeah, watching those made me think of their old, the old Glorious Bomb videos they used to do with Robert Roode.
Oh yeah.
Where they play a theme song and get him to stare at them.
He's backstage for them now, isn't he? He's like part of creative and stuff.
He's a producer. Yeah, he's a producer for them.
Yeah. He made an announcement I think last year. He said he could come back wrestling, but I think he said, why would he when he's happy he's doing what he's doing now.
Yeah, I remember he was talking to Chris Van Vliet about because he asked him about it. He was like, so when can we expect you to return, if at any time you will? And he was like, I'm cleared. I am medically cleared to come back. He's like, but at this point, with him being, I think he said he was like 40 something or 50 something. I might be wrong. He was like, at this point in my life and my career, I'm happy where I'm at right now, being backstage and being a producer. So
I would say the only time I would see him. Yeah, I'd say the only time I'd see him maybe coming back is for if they needed a Rumble spot, but with them integrating TNA now and NXT, they're gonna have so many options. I mean,
they will
enjoying it.
Man, this Rumble. Now that I think about it, this Rumble is gonna be insane.
It is. It's gonna be intense.
That's another thing too, is we're gonna have to start keeping up with TNA, because they had an NXT superstar show up to TNA.
Yeah, they did. Yes, they did. They had Charlie Dempsey show up.
Yes.
He took out the Rascals and Leon. I forgot what the other guy's name was, but yeah, he took him out in the middle of the match. It was pretty crazy to watch.
Nice, very nice.
Very nice. They're slowly getting into it with this NXT TNA crossovers, because they also just had Tatum Paxley actually challenge Jordan Grace at the last pay-per-view.
Yeah.
For the Knockouts title. We'll see how this goes.
That forbidden door. It's wide open now. Sky's the limit. Sky's the limit.
Dude. All I'm hoping for is fingers crossed is more Joe Hendry.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
Joe Hendry for WrestleMania, please, in some way, shape, or form, please. I want to hear that pop as soon as his music hits. That'd be so
that
sick.
Would be interesting. So I think we're all caught up with Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown for the week, if I'm not mistaken. Correct?
I believe so.
Yeah. As far as like all the big news, we're pretty caught up.
All right, y'all. Now it's time to discuss the big one. For those of you at home who do not know, tomorrow is one of the bigger pay-per-views. Is Money in the Bank, the show that could change the course of somebody's career in the blink of an eye. So we have the card pulled up, and we're gonna talk about what we think is gonna go down. So, gentlemen, the first match I have on the card for tonight is for us to discuss the World Heavyweight Championship match between the champion Damian Priest and Seth Rollins. Cruz, what are the stipulations that are on that ride on that match?
So obviously it is for the title, but there's the added stipulation: if Priest loses, he will leave the Judgment Day.
Yes.
There is a lot at stake for Damian Priest.
Especially, Damian Priest has everything to lose.
100%.
This match has potential to steal the night, honestly.
100%.
Absolutely.
But honestly,
there's a lot that can happen.
I mean, I could see it going either way, but the way that I'm leaning towards is the way that the Judgment Day is like looking like it's going to crumble anyways because of everything going on between Dom and Liv and all that bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have this feeling that Seth is going to win, and then Money in the Bank winner is going to come out and try and get that World Heavyweight title.
Well,
I agree. I was just about to start to ask everybody to weigh in on how we think the match is going to go. So I'm with Cody on this one. I actually do see it that way 100%. I think that Seth Rollins is going to win this match, but I think Seth Rollins is going to win this match because of Finn Balor.
I agree 100%. I was going to say the same thing.
A lot of tension building between them two. And I think that Damian Priest is going to tell him again, stay out of this. And he's going to come out there and interfere and cost him the match, which is going to lead to clashing of Finn Balor and Damian Priest.
Yep.
Finally. Because I don't know about y'all, but I've been waiting to see that happen.
Oh, yeah.
So
I was thinking about this earlier today. Now that they have kind of the field set for the men's Money in the Bank and then Damian Priest and Seth Rollins, I thought it could go that way, or I thought Damian would retain, but with shenanigans from Finn Balor, and it leads to another situation of Damian just finally, like, that's just when he snaps. And he's like, look, I told you, do not interfere, and I'm done with this. And he just finally snaps on Finn Balor, and they just finally have at it.
Okay,
I also thought...
hold on. But my question to you on that is, does this happen during the match, like, say, at ringside? Or does this happen after the match?
That's a good question, because my other thought, that first one for me would probably be during. My other thought was he retains, and then Finn Balor comes out and they congratulate or whatever, and then I guess Finn Balor somehow distracts Damian, and then here comes Money in the Bank winner, bam, pops him in the back with the briefcase, cashes it in, and maybe wins, depending on who it is. So I've had a couple of thoughts about this, but my prevailing thought is I have a feeling Damian retains with shenanigans from Finn Balor, and this is what ultimately sets up Balor and Priest for maybe for the title at SummerSlam if Priest doesn't get cashed in on.
Good call. I like that. Rafe, what about you? What do you think? What's your input on this match?
I have to agree with you and Cruz on this one. I think Finn Balor's going to play a major role in it, whether it be Damian winning or losing. I think Finn Balor is going to be a major spot in it either way.
Yeah.
With him, like you said, with him having that feud, it's either going to be him costing Damian the match and then they feud, or it's going to be him helping Damian win, like you said, and then Damian goes off on him. Or he helps Damian win, and Damian's like, "Oh, I appreciate you," and then Finn just turns on him instantly and beats the shit out of him.
Oh, that'd be a good one too.
You know, like kind of like the I'm your friend, but I'm now your enemy. Kind of like how Dom did to Ray.
Yeah, especially because Damian Priest has been spouting it out a lot now that I don't need y'all to win.
Yes.
Yeah.
He said, "Y'all need me. I don't need y'all."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's potentially
that's a good one. That's a real good one. Too.
So I actually have another segue into this, but I'm going to wait until we get to that part, that match, so I can input my segue into this. Okay. Yeah. So the next match we're going to go to is the 6-man tag match with Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, Randy Orton versus the Bloodline. Cody, who you got, man?
I gotta go with Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and Kevin Owens.
Fanboy.
Well, the only reason I don't know, because the thing is, Bloodline always they play dirty, so there's always some bullshit. They always win because some other shit happened. But at the same time, Cody, Randy, and Kevin is a pretty fucking powerhouse.
Oh, I agree, 100%.
That's 3 world champions right there. You know?
Oh yeah, you got no doubt a first ballot Hall of Famer. You got who's been a what does he know? What does he cruise? A 13-time world champion?
14.
Yes. Is it 14?
Wait a minute.
Randy's been 14, I think.
Okay. Oh, hold on. Cody's having a thought.
This probably isn't going to happen, but it would be pretty fucking cool, right?
What's that?
So, you know how it's either Jacob Fatu and or
you did
or Tangaloa. They don't know who's doing it yet.
Oh, right? No. We know who the 3 are for the match. It's gonna be It's gonna be Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, and Jacob Fatu.
Okay, so
Tangaloa will be on the sideline.
Okay, so what if he tries to interfere? Boom, Roman comes out and helps Randy and them.
That would be interesting. But
I don't see it happening this soon, but
I don't either. I don't see Roman Reigns rejoining us again until either at SummerSlam or after SummerSlam.
Which is where they could shock us, though. I mean, we've seen John Cena come back at Money in the Bank.
Mm-hmm.
So,
that is true. Yeah. Stranger things have happened.
True. Cruz, who you got taking this match?
Oh man, this is really a hard one to call.
It is.
It really is. There's
definitely there's a lot of factors, and you can definitely feel the potential for shenanigans from the Bloodline side. Dang, this really is a hard one to call. Oh my gosh.
Let me toss this in there, okay? And I'm not gonna lie, I'm on the fence right now because I would like Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, and Cody Rhodes to win. But I can see the Bloodline winning, especially because they're building so much behind them right now. Creatively, of course, the champion winning with the former 14-time world champion and the powerhouse Kevin Owens winning, it all looks good.
Yep.
But creatively, can you afford to have the Bloodline lose right now? You just brought in Tama Tonga. You've brought in Tangaloa, and you just brought in the enforcer of the Bloodline, Jacob Fatu. Creatively, from a creative standpoint, can you, especially with what they did to Paul Heyman last week, and then the promo they cut tonight, can you creatively, can you afford to have them lose?
I don't think so, unless... Sorry, go ahead, Chris.
That's a good question, because I feel like, if anything, if they really want them to establish the Bloodline as a credible threat, this would be the time to have them beat the current champion, and 2 former champions.
And
So I'm gonna have to give it to the Bloodline. I'm not gonna lie. I'll say Bloodline with shenanigans.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rafe, what you got?
I'd say Bloodline with shenanigans as well, just because there's so much of a factor of there's still possibly more people coming into the Bloodline. I've heard rumors of Zilla Fatu as well as Lance on Hawaii.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've heard rumors of him as well. So there's a possibility that could happen. But then on the flip side, no, I don't think anybody's expecting Roman to show up. But say he does show up and distract, because Solo's about to hit his Samoan spike.
So you're talking like Roman Reigns just like shows up and just stands at the top of the ramp, just just standing there and just thumb to the eye, they lose.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Considering they just cut that promo and he called him out, I feel like it's possible.
Okay, yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that. So, I weighed in already and said, it's hard to call right now, so I'm on the fence about it. Mm-hmm. But there is a third option that I wanted to throw at you guys as well. So, I threw that, Cody Rhodes and them winning would look good, for the good side of things. But then at the same time, with the promo that they cut, with him, calling out Roman Reigns and then also calling out Cody Rhodes, because he also said in that promo, Cody, I'm coming for you to take that title and bring it back to the Bloodline. Okay? Mm-hmm. Here's another thing for me to throw out. Creatively, okay, you want the Bloodline to win. Okay, so that the threat that he said can pick up some traction and some steam. Mm-hmm. Okay, mm-hmm. But what has happened in a lot of the matches we've seen from back in the day that where the Bloodline, like say the Usos or Solo and the Usos or whatnot, or Solo and one of the Usos lost the match. What happened shortly after the match? The mauling began. Mm-hmm. So, what we could also potentially see, okay, to get that point across and to set up a match going in to SummerSlam between Cody and Solo, is that Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and Kevin Owens win that match, and then right after the match is over, the vicious mauling begins. And they make an example out of Cody Rhodes, just like they did Paul Heyman.
Or that's not a bad idea. Maybe they don't even get a result for the match. They interfere before the match is over.
That's a good point too. But the reason I threw that out there as well is because you get the crowd gets the satisfaction of seeing Cody, Randy, and Kevin Owens win, and then at the same time, they the Bloodline doesn't lose their credibility by saying, Roman Reigns, you're not the head of the table anymore. Cody Rhodes, I'm coming for you, and I'm taking that title from you. So the crowd gets what they want. The Bloodline doesn't lose their credibility for making for that promo. It works, and it leads into SummerSlam.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's just something to think about. Food for thought.
As we were talking about this now, and y'all brought up, if Cody, Randy, and Owens win, with getting distracted by, or if they win because the Bloodline get distracted by, Roman Reigns. It's not out of the realm of possibility he comes back at Money in the Bank. But I also thought, what if like Paul Heyman hits the Roman Reigns music, but Roman doesn't come out, but he comes out, with like a neck brace or something, just to kind of sell the injury or anything. Or I also thought, what if this is the night that Jimmy comes back?
Oh yeah,
because we haven't seen. Remember, we haven't seen Jimmy since the Raw after WrestleMania where he got attacked.
The SmackDown was it Raw? It was SmackDown, wasn't it? SmackDown after Mania.
Yeah, it was the SmackDown after Mania. You're right. Yeah. So another potential, and then Jimmy helps start building up this civil war between the original Bloodline and this Bloodline, and then it kind of helps set up for Roman and maybe Paul Heyman also at SummerSlam to come back.
I feel like that's a lot more likely.
I can see that a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, those
there's a lot to factor into this match, but
there's
this is definitely a big one.
100% tons to factor into this, because this is all going to stem off into the next coming events. Honestly, leading all the way to the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania next year.
Yep. Everything from SummerSlam to Survivor Series to
to everything in between. So absolutely. All right. So, moving on to the next match on the card, we have the Intercontinental Championship match between Sami Zayn and one Braun Breaker.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and kick this one off. Unfortunately, as magical as the Cinderella story has been for Sami Zayn, I got nothing but love for him. Braun Breaker is going to spear him into the next dimension.
I'm making the ring move, running into the ropes.
Yeah, I mean, like Sami Zayn, Braun Breaker. The Shadow Realm is like over there. Sami Zayn's gonna be over there.
Oh God!
So I'm gonna go ahead and call it right now. A definite, if not more than one of the title changing hands on Money in the Bank. Sami Zayn is gonna lose the Intercontinental title.
Yeah,
he goes to Spearman just in the dust.
That was a Thanos. Cruz, who you got taking this one?
Oh man, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. A bigger part of me wants the Cinderella story to keep going with Sami Zayn, because this has been a heck of a run, and this is something that people have been wanting for a long time, for Sami to have a singles title run.
Yeah,
as a face, anyway.
Yeah, as a face of all things. Not that I'm not hating on his tag team title run with Kevin Owens, because that was amazing too.
Yeah, that was great.
But man, Braun Breaker's Intercontinental Champion would actually be pretty legit. I'm gonna say Sami retains. He keeps the story going until maybe SummerSlam, and Braun gets another crack at the title, and then that's maybe when I think they pull the trigger.
Okay, fair enough. Rafe, who you got?
I think I'm gonna go with Sami as well, and I think that's just gonna fuel Braun to get to a point where they do have a match at SummerSlam, and it might turn into a triple threat because Chad Gable wants his opportunities.
Oh yeah, Chad Gable wants one more shot at the title.
Even Ludwig Kaiser's stupid ass decides he wants to try and fight for it too.
Yeah, there's a lot of people eyeing that Intercontinental title right now.
Yeah, I think it's just gonna fuel him, and honestly, when it comes to SummerSlam, he's just gonna demolish him.
Okay.
Cody, I just think him winning the title should be at bigger event than Money in the Bank. Not to say Money in the Bank isn't a big event, but there's just so much. It's just because there's so much other stuff going on in this event. I feel like he'd have more of a spotlight at SummerSlam.
Yeah, it'd be like almost. I'm not saying this in a bad way, but it'd kind of be like overshadowed by probably some of the other stuff going on that night.
And with them trying to push the mid card titles more, I think it would shed more light at SummerSlam rather than Money in the Bank.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah. No, I got
Cody, who you got, man?
I don't know. I'm gonna go with Jimbo on this. I'm gonna go ahead and say Braun's gonna win it.
I'm not the odd man out. Let's go.
But here's why. The way that, at least from what I've seen recently, the way that they're like just throwing him in, like he's so not over, but I mean he's the athlete that like it's unexplainable. Like
he takes badass to another level.
Yeah, I'd go. I hear what you're saying, Cody, and I'd go as far as saying that he's over. I would.
Oh yeah.
Because whenever he comes out, the dogs are barking, and the entire crowd.
They're building him up. They're building him up in such a perfect way where they're not rushing him, but at the same time, they're not like really like trying to kill his momentum. Same time, they're legitimately building him up to be a credible threat to any champion, mid card, world, even the tag title, if anything. So, and they're going about it the right way.
And as of now, the crowd seems to be behind him, and he's more of an aggressive face, if anything.
Yeah,
I agree 100%. And I was actually really worried about a different superstar that they were trying to hype up right away until I did see that they dialed him back and brought him back down to earth. But I think they're doing it right with this superstar because, like, you guys remember when Kevin Owens made his way onto the main card. He was one of those superstars that they just pushed out of the gate and took off running with him. Okay, so the superstar that I'm referring to is Carmelo Hayes. When Carmelo Hayes made his debut on Monday Night Raw and whatnot, I felt like they started to push him almost instantly. But I've noticed that they are drawing back on him a little bit because he has suffered now. I think two losses and whatnot. While Braun Breaker still hasn't lost yet.
Yeah.
So, I'm not taking no credit away from Carmelo Hayes whatsoever. I think he's going to be a force to be reckoned with when the time is right for him. But Braun Breaker, I think, is definitely the superstar to push right now.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Because I can see it going either way, honestly.
Okay,
you're not wrong. Honestly, you're not wrong.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to move on to the next match. So I'm actually holding off on the men's Money in the Bank because, that's going to be a fun one to talk about. So the next match that we're going to talk about is the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. For those that don't know, Io Sky will face Chelsea Green, Lyra Valkyria, Tiffany Stratton, Naomi, and Zoe Stark. These are all brand new names. These are brand new names aside from Naomi who are in this match. Yeah. So I'm really excited about this match. I know that Io Sky won Money in the Bank last year. Yes. So she's a veteran in this, as is Naomi. But you have Chelsea Green, Lyra Valkyrie, Tiffany Stratton, and Zoe Stark, who are no slackers.
Yeah.
So, I haven't the slightest idea which way this is going to go. So, Cruz, I'm going to let you take the reins here.
This could go either way. I mean, like you said, Naomi and Io Sky are the veterans. Io Sky, of course, won it and successfully cashed in. So she's got history. She's got, so far, pretty good history with this match. And we can't discount Tiffany Stratton and Lyra Valkyria, both former NXT Women's Champions. So, they're ready to make that next step to get the main roster gold. And then Zoe Stark, and I'll put Chelsea Green up there too. They're kind of the dark horses, because they're the ones that maybe people are going to overlook, but they might surprise us. So, but if I had to pick, I'll make two picks. I'll make a winner pick and a dark horse pick. So,
okay, yeah, we'll do that. That's good.
So my winner, oh god,
I was ready.
I know, right? Dude? Oh my god. Okay, my winner is gonna be. I'll say Lyra. Lyra Valkyria will be my winner.
Okay. That's your dark horse pick.
Dark horse, probably Tiffany Stratton, because she's been on.
Oh, you damn copy.
She's been on quite the roll since the Elimination Chamber. So
I agree.
I
have a feeling this might be one or both of their time to shine. But yeah, that's my two picks.
I have two. Like you said, I have a actual pick and then a dark horse as well. But Tiffany Stratton was my winner, in my opinion.
Not bad.
And then the dark horse, I see some shenanigans happening, and then the case falls into Chelsea Green's hands, and she wins.
That would be, oh my god,
not an Otis repeat.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing.
I would legitimately be down for that. I would be down for some shenanigans like that for Chelsea Green. I'm not gonna lie. It would fit her character so perfectly.
And that's what I'm saying. And she's been having this feud. She's been having this feud with Bayley with,
With Piper helping her.
Yeah.
Oh no! All right, Cody, who you got?
God. Dude, Rafe, that was a good one.
I was literally going to say what Rafe said. I had to go with Tiffany as my winner and Chelsea as the dark horse, just because.
Okay.
I mean, for the same reasons that Rafe said, there's always some shenanigans with WWE, and if shenanigans happen to anybody, it's going to be Chelsea.
Oh my God!
Keep saying shenanigans.
Next person to say shenanigans getting pistol whipped.
Bro,
okay,
go to that restaurant.
Okay, so I'm actually on board with what Cruz said. I am actually going to say that Lyra Valkyrie is my winner because she's been, ever since she showed up on the main card, she's looked phenomenal.
Yeah.
Honestly,
she's been on quite the roll too.
I feel like she has the stamp of approval from the man as the man 2.0.
Oh yeah.
Honestly.
Oh yeah.
I like her. I liked her in NXT. I like her now. And Tiffany Stratton is my dark horse pick only for one reason. Look who she has backing her now.
Yeah, that's true.
Nia Jax.
I forgot about that.
It's wholeheartedly backing her now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I definitely see some shenanigans going down. Oh, I said shenanigans. I definitely see some shenanigans going down that would make Tiffany Stratton my dark horse winner.
Oh yeah.
Watch fucking Naomi or Zoe win.
I don't see Naomi winning. I do not see Zoe Stark winning. As much as I like Zoe Stark, and honestly, I really do. I like Zoe Stark. Unfortunately, I don't see her winning. Chelsea Green, oh my God, her voice just annoys the absolute shit out of me.
Zoe Stark would probably be the shocker of the night if she won.
100%.
It would be a shock, but
100%.
I wouldn't be surprised. I guess if that makes sense.
All right, good.
No, I understand.
Okay, so there wouldn't be a cash in only because neither women's title is being defended. Okay,
right.
So that's gonna bring us to the conclusion of that one, and now it is time for the main event. We have been waiting. I've been salivating because I have so much to say in regards to this.
There's a lot that can happen with this.
We are referring now to the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, which will consist of main event Jey Uso, Carmelo Hayes, Andrade, somehow Chad Gable because he's still alive.
Really?
Yeah. And the Scottish psychopath himself, Drew McIntyre. I have so much to say. I'm going to go.
There's a lot.
Nobody disagrees. I'm going to go ahead and go first because I got a lot to say and I want to get it off my plate really quick, right?
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
This match is about as tight as a straight man's butthole right now. Okay?
We are unhinged, folks.
All right. Okay.
All right.
There's no other way for me to put this. Hang on. I got to put my title down for just a minute because this is a lot. Okay. So, I don't know who's going to win this match. I have a feeling who it's going to come down to, but I will tell you right now who I don't think is going to win this match because there's going to be a lot of shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So the first person I'm going to go ahead and say does not win this match, unfortunately, because he's been on a great push, and I like him. I like him now. Cruz will attest to this, and I did not like him when he came into the WWE. Knight is not winning this match.
No.
Okay? There is too much going on right now, and they have put too much into a storyline build-up for a match between him and Logan Paul.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
For the U.S. title. So, unfortunately, in my eyes, LA Knight does not win this match, courtesy of Logan Paul pretty much taking him out of the match, okay?
Yeah.
Or basically him getting distracted, okay?
Yes.
Chad Gable does not win this match because as we talked about in the beginning of the show, it does feel like the Wyatt Six are targeting him, and he is the main vocal point of their first target. Okay, so Chad Gable does not win this match. Something's going to happen. Someone's going to pop up, or he's going to end up just laid out on the outside of the ring. Or he probably won't even make it to the ring.
Also, yes. So, that is potentially what could happen.
Drew McIntyre does not win this match.
No?
Drew McIntyre does not win this match.
I have thoughts on that.
I had the same thought.
Because of what they've got building between him and CM Punk. Now, I know he laid CM Punk out. I know we all saw it. We know he's got CM Punk's family right here and whatnot with that bracelet.
Yeah, little bracelet.
CM Punk will be at Money in the Bank tomorrow, and he is going to cost Drew McIntyre that Money in the Bank briefcase, and it is going to set him off like a freaking grenade. And I am so excited to see it happen.
As soon as I saw Drew made it into the match, I thought the same thing.
I have two thoughts.
In my mind, this comes down to either another person. I don't, for a really smaller reason, I don't see Carmelo Hayes winning this yet because he's got a big mouth. He's a young talent. Again, I don't take any credibility away from him. He's a former NXT champion for good reason. He was a great superstar in NXT. I think it would be really early to rush him right now. I think he needs to feud with a couple people before they get him at that level. So I think that this match is going to come down to Jey Uso and Andrade. Andrade has been on a really, really good run lately.
Yeah.
Daddy has.
But in this instance, you gotta give the people what they want. And I think that the people want main event Jey Uso all over Canada. So, that being said, I will wrap everything up with saying Jey Uso is my pick to win the Money in the Bank match. And if I had to pick a dark horse, I'm not saying I am. If I had to pick one, I would say Andrade is my dark horse.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a pretty good one.
I would say
I'm done with my rant. The floor is yours.
I would say Carmelo is a dark horse.
Really? Okay, interesting.
I mean, that would be pretty interesting.
So, Cody, who do you, after everything that I just said, I know I probably just consumed everyone's argument, but try to circle the wagon, everybody. Cody, who do you see winning this match?
I definitely see Jey Uso winning it. They've been pushing him way too hard, and he's probably the most over superstar in WWE right now. So,
yeah.
I mean, everybody wants him to win, including me. And it just, the dude, everybody wants to eat. That's all I'm saying.
No,
everybody wants to eat.
Pause.
So, I have a couple thoughts, and actually,
let's hear him.
Both of my theories, believe it or not, include Drew McIntyre.
Oh no!
There's a thought of, okay, so say he wins Money in the Bank.
Okay.
CM Punk doesn't cost him the match. He wins Money in the Bank.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
He goes to cash in, and CM Punk ruins his cash in.
There we go. I thought. Oh my god! I
didn't think about that.
CM Punk ruins his cash in, and whoever wins that title keeps it. So that's one thought. Or CM Punk doesn't show up. Drew McIntyre wins, cashes in on Damian after he wins the match to get payback on Damian for cashing in on him. And then it sets up a match because they're still feuding. It sets up a match for the title with Drew and CM Punk at SummerSlam.
Ooh, I didn't think about that. So
those are two of my...
That second one was honestly the thought I had the whole time when I heard Drew was going to be involved in Money in the Bank when he won his match to qualify. I was like, this is going to be a full circle thing.
Yes.
Where, like you said, Drew cashes in on Priest because of when he did it at WrestleMania this year, and then set up with Punk. But man,
because in my opinion, if
Punk screwing him over would be insane.
if you're gonna fuel Drew McIntyre any more than you already have, is him winning the briefcase and him thinking he's gonna get that title, and then CM Punk just completely obliterates him.
God. Like, he already cost him once at Clash of the Castle in his homeland. So what's to stop him from trying to do it 2 times in a row?
But the only reason I don't like that scenario is because it does take away from the potential of Jey Uso winning.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm also in the thought of, I don't think they're going to push Jey Uso for a main title yet. I think they'll give him a mid-card first and let him work his way up. But at the same time, there's no better time than now to push him to the top because, I mean, he can't get any bigger than he already is.
Yeah. I mean, look at what the briefcase did to Damian Priest, because he was basically in the same situation where he was pretty over with the crowd. And, he ended up winning Money in the Bank, and then look what it did for him when he finally cashed in. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe
there's just so many scenarios. I'm so hyped for tomorrow night.
Dude, this is, oh my God.
Rafe, so, Rafe, who's your pick to win this one?
My pick to win is Drew, just because I see so many scenarios playing out.
Okay.
But
and
who I hope wins is Jey Uso.
Okay. Cruz.
God, man.
What do you got?
If y'all thought WrestleMania 40 was overbooked, Money in the Bank said, hold my prime drink, because this is about to be the most overbooked shenanigans ever. The many scenarios that ran into my head as I was seeing everybody qualify throughout the weeks, and just all the storylines that could be like intertwined with this Money in the Bank match is insane. Because we got, Chad Gable with the White Six, Drew and Punk, LA Knight and Logan Paul, and then I don't know, maybe somehow the Bloodline gets involved with Jay and cost him the match or something. I don't know. Maybe that's like the least possible scenario that could happen. I don't know. Maybe this is what starts it. Maybe this is what starts it for the Bloodline. Maybe this is how Jay gets Jimmy to come back. Because they screw him out of the Money in the Bank. So I don't know, maybe, but
hopefully Jimmy comes back before then.
It's true. Yeah.
There's so many possibilities.
This is probably the hardest Money in the Bank to call. Just
100%.
from the amount of factors, that are going into this match.
And what I love about, sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You go first.
What I love about both the women and the men's Money in the Bank matches is there's not really a big, obvious superstar that you can say, oh, he's going to win. He's going to win.
Yeah.
Or she's going to win. It's just, they kind of kept it to where you're even guessing is just not going to work.
Yeah.
It's hard to call.
Yeah, like there's a few, between the men's and women's, like Io Sky or Naomi for the women's, or Drew or Jay for the guys. But I'm kind of glad it's not like you said, it's not like a super obvious winner, because this could literally go any way for both matches for the women and the men. But with everything being said and everything that I've thought about throughout this week, if I had to make 2 picks, my winner is Jay. And my dark horse, and I kind of have, this is more of like a fantasy thought that I've had, but my dark horse is LA Knight. And the reason why it's LA Knight is because for some reason, now that we were talking about it, I thought in my head, say LA Knight wins, right? And he's feuding with Logan Paul. What if Logan Paul tries to weasel his way into a match where it's winner takes all? for the Money in the Bank and the U.S. title.
That's a thought.
That's a thought I've had because they've done it before.
Yes,
because I remember Rob Van Dam did it a while back when he beat Shelton Benjamin for both the Intercontinental title and he put up his Money in the Bank contract and he beat Shelton Benjamin. So at one point he was Intercontinental Champion and Mr. Money in the Bank. Could we see that happen again? Maybe. It would be an interesting wrinkle in the storyline between LA Knight and Logan Paul. Because I know Logan Paul, knowing Logan Paul as we do now in WWE, I'm pretty sure that dude wants to get another crack at the world title. What a bigger ego boost than for that dude to not only be United States champion, but to have the power to win the world title and potentially hold 2 titles at the same time.
Yeah.
I would hate to see that happen because as good of an entertainer as Logan Paul is, I like Logan Paul about as much as I like, that other guy we were talking about.
Like if that dude was an egomaniac before with the U.S. title, if that dude won the world title, oh god, we'd never hear the end of it.
Even the guy that you love that name's Carson Wentz, is that guy you're talking about?
You're gonna make his head explode,
bro. But ultimately, my picks are Jay to win and LA Knight as dark horse.
Mm-hmm. This is gonna be a very interesting Money in the Bank match because as you guys have pointed out, there is no obvious winner for this. Going into Money in the Banks in the previous, in previous years, you've pretty much know, okay, well, this person's gonna win.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or this person's going to screw this person, and this person's going to win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This has the potential to go so many directions that I don't even know where it's going to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just going to have to watch Money in the Bank tomorrow to find out.
So
are we all reacting to this tomorrow?
Yes, we are watching this tomorrow.
I was just about to ask, Rafe, did you want to broadcast this tomorrow? I mean, yes. I'm down with it.
Yeah, as long as y'all are cool with it. I mean,
Cruz, do you work tomorrow or no?
I do work tomorrow.
What time?
I work. Excuse me. 1 to 9.
1 to 9. Oh man, you'll be at work for the whole thing.
I know.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we could definitely. It
starts at like 4.
Yeah, we could definitely broadcast it with the 3 of us if you guys are down for it, and then we will weigh in on it next week. With Cruz and whatnot after he watches it. So
yeah, I'll watch it. I'll watch it myself, and then we'll discuss it on the next episode.
All right, absolutely.
Works for me.
I think that's all we got for tonight. I mean, there hasn't really been much going on in the sporting world.
No, it's been kind of quiet.
Yeah, but hey, gentlemen, we're officially in July. Y'all know what that means at the end of this month.
Yeah, football's coming, season. Baby.
NFL is coming. NFL is coming, and college is coming. College is coming too. And y'all best believe one thing.
Oh,
Daddy's coming to defend his title.
Speaking of, when are you opening that back up?
Huh?
When are you opening that back up? And when
I reckon I'll start getting the word out possibly at the end of July, and then I'll hold the draft. Probably the second week of preseason, maybe third.
Hey, have you thought about doing a dynasty league?
I have been looking into it a little bit.
I feel like that's just more fun because it's like a long-term thing. You can't just go say, I want Aaron Rodgers because he's going to retire next year,
Yes, Chris.
What's a dynasty league?
So basically you draft the first year, you draft players. And then those are players that you're going to keep. It's almost like a full NFL simulator, really. So you keep those players on a certain contract for a certain amount of years, and you can trade away players, you can get players back, but that roster that you draft, you keep for the next season. So it's like
you have to do it smart and plan ahead. So like if you see somebody that's got potential, you think they could have potential to go off within the next year or whatever, You draft them and they start going off. You keep them the next season.
Yeah.
Pretty much, Cruz. What this would take away is what this would do is take away the aspect that the approach that I take every year. I draft a team and then I change my lineup every single week.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That would take that aspect away because for those of y'all who have participated in my league and whatnot, y'all know that I like to change up my lineup every week because, well, I mean, let's be fair here. I mean, I'm just saying.
And to anyone watching, I believe we have discussed this before, but we thought about doing like a live draft for our.
I have to get with everybody that was in my league last year. I'm probably going to make some league cuts and probably add some new people, but we are most definitely going to host a live stream for the draft to see who goes where. But we'll get more into that next time.
We'll figure it out.
I think we've covered everything for tonight. Am I not mistaken, gentlemen?
I've got one thing. I wanted to go over the All-Star list.
Oh, right. The All-Star list for the baseball.
Yes, the MLB All-Star list. They just released it yesterday. We have, for the National League, our starters are Bryce Harper, Ketel Marte, Trey Turner, Alec Bohm, William Contreras, Shohei Ohtani as designated hitter, Fernando Tatis Jr., Christian Yelich, and Jurickson Profar. And then in the AL, we have Aaron Judge, who is the captain, Vladimir Guerrero, Jose Altuve, Gunnar Henderson, Jose Ramirez, Adley Rutschman, Yordan Alvarez as designated hitter, Juan Soto, and Stephen Kwan.
That dude said, "My name Vladimir Guerrero."
But they have not released the bench players yet, or the second starters. Unfortunately, it is in Arlington this year. I've honestly thought about going. They're having the home run contest as well as the All-Star game here in Arlington at Globe Life. I've thought about going. The only reason I'm kind of depressed about it is because none of the Rangers made it. So there's that. But
hey man, go Yankees.
But other than that, I think that's pretty much it. We got football coming up soon, like Jimbo said. Other than that, baseball's just kind of tagging along. We got the All-Star break coming up. After the All-Star break is when it kind of takes off for baseball, and
we get into the dog days to head into the playoff push.
Yep.
Well, that's all we got for y'all tonight, everybody. We hope y'all enjoyed tonight. Again, if y'all ever have any questions, any comments, if you'd like to join us at any point, please hit us up in the comments section. We would love to have you on. We'd love to hear what you got to say. We'd love to argue with you a little bit. As you can tell, we get a little unhinged.
Some of us more than others.
Some of us way more than others. But yep, we will be broadcasting the Money in the Bank match tomorrow. If you'd like to join us and watch, it'll be a great time. For Unhinged and Undocumented, I'm the big man Jimbo with the twin magic, Cody and Rafe.
Adios.
And our undocumented man himself, Mr. Cruz Corpus.
Yeah.
Until next time, everybody, be blessed.
Peace.
God bless everyone.